Good evening, administrators of the ABC Academy. I'm Dorothea Miskell. I'm here to share information about leveraging home and school connection in English language instructions. Culture influences, culture competence, and social emotional needs of ELLs in teaching and learning. As we teach English learners, we must keep in mind we have to deal with more than the student's cognitive and phonetic development. We must take into account the cultural influences. Our culture has a great impact on our learning styles, and it determines how we make decisions for our classrooms. In the article by Hannah Whaley, Cultural Influence on the English Language Learner, the most recognizable influence is the language of their native culture. Each student has a grammar, syntax, and rules of language that may not be the same in the English language. As we teach our English learners, we must make sure that we take the time to be culturally competent. We must take the time to learn our students, make ourselves aware of their culture, and be aware of the differences in our grammar. If we make ourselves available, make our students feel comfortable in our classrooms, we will be able to support them socially and emotionally. When we do this, we can open the door to the world of the English learning. Intentional strategies for family and community engagement that support and highlight the assets of home language, communication, family involvement, and culture to build family, community, and school partnership. One thing we can do is have a family heritage day. In this, the families will be able to bring food from their culture and other things that are important about their culture and share in the school community. This will allow students, parents, and teachers have a better understanding of the culture of each other, and they will get to know each other better. Parents will have the ability to volunteer in the classroom. They will have the opportunity to read stories in their native language. This will give the students a sense of pride in their culture, and the other students will get to know them in a different light. We can partner with the public library and have a family read aloud night. When we work together, we can build and uplift our students. Inclusive school and classroom environment, taking into consideration language acquisition and key environmental factors such as family, community practices, and the role of culture in a student's learning. I can remember when President Bush passed the No Child Left Behind law. My sister, who is a special education teacher, had bittersweet reactions. She was excited because it meant that the students with learning disabilities would have the opportunity to experience and grow with the students in the regular setting with support. However, she was afraid that the students that were placed in a regular education setting without support may sink and still be left behind. I fear her feelings were warranted because teachers are faced with the challenge of creating a welcoming and inclusive environment for a more inclusive setting with a very diverse group of students. The challenge of creating an environment that encourages active participation while promoting sensitivity to cultural differences may seem unattainable to some, but to the teacher that accepts the challenge, we create an atmosphere that will promote a safe, empathetic environment for ELLs, special education students, regular education students, and advanced students for all students, no matter what their socioeconomic background may be. As stated in the article from Texas A&M International University, students will take their cues from the teacher. When we're being authentic, when dealing with ELL students, if ELL students feel the teacher is judgmental or negative, the students will withdraw and their learning will suffer. The role of the family and community practice have influencing language learners. Families and communities can work together to reinforce what students are learning at home and at school. This can be done by having an after school program that integrates literacy and conversation. This will help the students retain what they learn at school and become successful in the English language. When we all work together, we will help the students be successful. Thank you.